Hey guys, welcome back to the Wood Metal Workshop. I'm Kent, sometimes known as the Bearded Welder. If you want to help the channel out, go down below the video here and you can get the classic Wood Metal Workshop t-shirt or the Bearded Welder t-shirt. Anyhow, that would help us out. And we got the new project in the garage, in the shop. It is a Luma Limited trailer. I think it's about 20 years old. The owner wants, well, it needs a new axle. At least that's what the owner told me. So we ordered an axle and hubs, and he just put new tires on it, so those are good. He's got a decent looking spare, but he wants to convert this into a tilt deck off the tongue. So that's a really easy job. And then he's going to build some boxes on it and haul his square stern canoe on it. But he wants to take the sides off, fix some broken stuff on the bottom, replace the axle, put the new hubs on, put the tires and wheels back on, and bring it back to him. So that's what we're getting into today. So let's get you over here and we'll start dismantling it and see what we got to work with. I haven't looked at it that closely other than to take a quick look underneath, and yeah, see there are some broken stuff underneath. Just a word to the wise, aluminum trailers are awesome. They're light, they're easy to move around, they're easy to haul, they crack. They will not hold up to everyday use like a steel trailer will. You will be repairing, and I've repaired this one probably half a dozen times over the years. Done different projects on it, fixed temporary stuff, and just to keep it on the road. And now we're going to do it right. So, all right, let's get you over here and we'll get going. And don't forget to go pick yourself up a t-shirt. Evidently somebody likes the air hose. Sounds like pretty good. Alright guys, we're back. Got it flipped over. Got one of the fenders off. Got the tires off. Got the safety squints on. We're going to go ahead and finish stripping this down. I discovered that not only is it broken, where's the brake? Over there somewhere. It's also completely cracked through right here. Pretty much as a crack goes all the way through the frame. So we got somebody put a plate on here to try to stiffen it up. It wasn't me. So let's see what we can do about getting all this stuff off the old axle, and we'll move ahead. Now, bolts are frozen in place. Yeah, bolts are frozen. I've got to off. He wants help, which is not a good thing. So let's see what we get here. Put it in place. Put it right there. Like this, like that. While we're here again, and we're going to switch up. Let him go. And he's open. Yeah, go there. Check it over here, see if it's the same. Yeah, maybe. Alright, come on, Alright guys, let's see if we can get this thing off of here now. That bracket will have held on too well. In the pile. See if anybody gets that reference. Okay. Fenders on this thing are the only things that are in halfway decent shape. Quit eating the nuts and bolts, Nico. They're not good for you. And don't chew on the hammer handle either. Gotta love puppies. Alright guys, let me do some measuring and some figuring and make a phone call. Since we're cracked here, we're going to have to come out at least. I like to come just here. This weld's cracked too. Maybe I'll just call the client. Alright, get back to you. Alright guys, we're back. I talked to the owner. He wants to move ahead. Yeah, I would have just scrapped it, but it is what it is. So, yeah, this side, 2 huge cracks. Gonna have to take care of that. There's cracks in a lot of the welds, so we're gonna get that all cleaned up and taken care of. These main beams across here are both cracked. Have to take care of that. New tongue, I'm gonna replace it with a steel one. It's on top of the truck. Took the old one off. We're gonna have to put an offset in that. First thing we need to do is kind of get this cleaned up so we know what we're working with. Get the corrosion off. I picked up some aluminum 1/4 inch by 4 inch to weld on the sides and re-support the sides. He's, like I said, he's not going to carry much on it. Square stern canoe, build a couple of boxes for life jackets and paddles and that kind of stuff, and maybe put the motor on the trailer somewhere. I'm not sure. Anyhow, we're going to move ahead. Not my choice, not my recommendation, but it is what it is. I also got some grinding discs and flap wheels specifically for aluminum, so that's what we're going to go with. All right, guys, we're back. It's been over 24 hours, or almost 24 hours for me. It's been a few seconds for you. Anyhow, we got our new side pieces cut. Got everything cleaned up. Got to weld the cracks still. But before we did that, I wanted to get these laid out. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill some 2-inch holes down the length of this, so we can do weld top, bottom, ends, and some spots in the middle to really get that strong and stiffened up. So let's get this laid out. I did a little bit of math. I know it's scary. We're going to go start 2 inches from the end. And then we're going to go 13.5 inches. This piece is 76 feet long, 72 inches long. And instead of doing the math, I'm just going to keep moving my tape measure down. Miko's helping. He's underneath my feet. Which is pretty normal. So he's a lover. He wants to be right here next to me all the time. And then 2 inches in from this end. So let's actually use the 2, not the 1.5. We can mark the 2 on here, I guess. These don't have to be perfect, but I want them at least close. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and get our... So, you guys can't see over here now. Let's move you again. You All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna
I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one marked out.
I use the new tongue as a strong back to support the trailer and keep it somewhat straight. Like I said, this thing's a piece of crap, but it's what we got to work with. So, oh, you know what? I need a pair of gloves, or one glove at least. There we go. Technically these are TIG gloves, but you know, they'll work. So I went ahead and put the straw back on, got the everything clamped into place after I got it cleaned up with the wire wheel on the grinder. Went ahead and then took stainless steel aluminum only brush, cleaned it again, cleaned the weld areas, and wiped everything down with acetone. So it is ready to weld. We'll see. New welding helmet from the previous video. Oh, you know what? It helps if you... Okay, Kay, you're gonna have to edit this together, so... Alright guys, problem solved. Just a loose connection. And I forgot to turn it back on again. Back on here. Tomorrow we'll jump over to the other side, get that done, and then I think we're done with the aluminum repairs. Might hit a few of these broken welds on the bed. Not sure yet. Depends on how things are going. All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit. For me, it'll be tomorrow. For you, it'll be now. All right, guys, we're back on the trailer job. I got the strong back clamped on here. That's what you're mounted on. So we got it straight as we can get it. We got one little crack to fill here, and then we'll get the plate mounted on here. Hi, Miko. Miko's back to help again. Say hi, Miko. Say hi. Can you woof? Okay, not gonna woof. Okay, so then we'll get the plate mounted on here, get that all welded up, and we got a few other things to do. Then we have to make a mount. Oh, yeah. He wants to be next to me all the time. I'm gonna have to put him back outside again, I think, for the welding. Anyhow, we'll get this done and get moved on to the next step, which is we got a few other parts to weld up, reinforce, etc., etc., and then we'll get the new axle mounted, which means we have to make axle mounting brackets because it's a torsion axle, and the other ones old ones were completely rusted out. That's why we're doing this. All right, let's get him outside. Okay, well guys, we're on to our next repair here. These are broken on both sides, about the same places where the axle ran. So we're just gonna kind of get that cleaned up. Go. Alright guys, got new piece for the tongue, old tongue. As you can see, it's got an offset. So we got to recreate that. What's the offset? 2 3/4. So, yeah, we could bend this. Heat it, beat it, figure, buy a 50-ton press, make a die. I don't know. I'm bending one. So we're just going to do 2 V notches and offset it and weld it back together. So, and then last thing we need to do, this has a permanent license tag for the trailer, which is a sticker applied to the side of this tube. So we're going to cut that out, make it into a tag, and we'll rivet it on the new one. So, anyhow, garbage, new stuff. Okay, so we need 17 inches where it goes into the trailer. So our bend has to start after that. And that's bent up, so we can start right here. I'd rather keep the bend as close to the trailer as possible, the offset, and keep as much straight length as we can. So let's come over, I don't know, we'll do 4 inches. Now I got to do some math. So I'm going to go do some math, figure out how big our V-notch has to be. And well, I guess it doesn't really make a difference because we're not doing it, we can do it as long as we want just to get our 2.5 inches. So why don't we do something like, I'll put that on 3. I'll go 3/4 of an inch each way. Because that's about where I can get in the square. Okay. And then we'll adjust our length by our offset by how much we bend, how much tube we leave between the 2 bends. So I am going to just connect my dots here. Because of course we have to do that on both sides. Really need to bring my center line over too. Oops. Okay. Got to cut out our 2 triangles and down this side. So. I'm going to open up a little bit of gap here so we can get a little bit more weld bead in there. Make sure we get a full penetration. Do the same thing on this one. Alright guys, filming this on a Sunday. That weld's done. I'm going to go spend some time with the family, and I'll come back out later tonight and get this all cleaned up and painted so it's ready to go on the trailer tomorrow morning. I've got tomorrow to get this finished up, so we'll get that done and get this mounted. Well, get it drilled to be mounted, and then we're going to flip the trailer back over, put the axle on, flip it back over, and then put the wheels, tires, and tongue in place. All right, guys, we'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. I don't remember where we were. Once again, it's been over a week. Something came up and had to take off for another project and leave this one sitting here. Life gets in the way sometimes. Anyhow, yeah, say hi, Miko. So I got, let's see, probably when we're done. I got the tongue painted and the hitch and chain bolted on, and the holes drilled to mount it to the trailer. I added some angle iron, moving angle to the trailer to help beef up where the springs go. And I've got the spring set up here, or the spring mounts set on another piece of angle. This one's steel. We're going to weld the brackets to this piece of angle. This piece of angle will get bolted to the trailer. Just spreads that weight out and gives that aluminum a better chance of survival. So, got these measured out, clamped down. We'll get the first one welded. We'll get the second one up here, get that welded. While that cools down, I don't know what we'll do. Go have dinner. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get some welding done. No, you don't. You can't have a go. Come on. Come on. Where do I want you? That's just a long time. Go trailer. I can look up. Let's make it a spring for both of you. I ain't going nowhere. Try to get it up. Alright, don't need to be exactly opposite of the other one. First thing I need to do is find center, right there. Go check right in there. Line right there. You want it for easy pay? Degrees. Yes, okay. Just lay that on there. Tighten, tighten. Make sure where we want to be. Good. Okay. Tighten, tighten. Square that line. Middle centered. There we go. Rule of thumb is you want the whole holes to be about a half inch, 3/8 half inch, closer together than your spring lines are. That allows you to copy all the spring back. It doesn't backwards. We'll flip forward. We'll flip backwards. It's on. Okay, there you go. Here we go. The bottom again, sorry. Hey guys, back again. Well, the YouTube gnomes did their magic overnight, and amazingly enough, that's now black, all painted, ready to go. And the holes were re-drilled. So let's see if we can get these mounted up and get this project a little closer to being finished. We got a couple hours today to work on this, so. Alright guys, we're getting near the end of the project. Get the springs mounted, get the axle mounted. We should be good to go. Hey guys, sorry, battery died. There it is. Clamped in place. See if we can get it tacked on here well enough to hold it and figure out how we're gonna permanently mount it. The back's easy. Front, not much left there. And I got a bracket to put light back on. So, and let's see. Excuse my head. Oh, did it again. I'll be back. I gotta go find my glove. Nico walked off with it. Got the glove. Anybody got any training tips on how to keep him from taking stuff that he's not supposed to? I had to go find new nuts and washers, actually make the washers and find new nuts for the trailer axles because he took them. Is done other than mounting the taillights and putting the tires on and bolting the tongue in place. You've seen all the interesting stuff. I'll get you a little bit of shot of it complete. Otherwise, that's all we're doing on this thing. Fender. Are back on, sides are supported, new axles in place. And I guess that's what it is. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and support the channel. Go buy a t-shirt or a mug or something else we have in the store. Anyways, catch you in the next one.